Trying to hold me up. I ain't picking up. Yeah, it's doing up. I ain't thinking about you. Me and my ladies is fun to suck up.
I'm looking for my husband.
Fuck on my phone. I had enough. I ain't thinking about you. I ain't thinking about my middle finger up. Put a hand high. Point it in his face. Tell him boy bye. Tell him boy bye. Boy bye. Middle finger up. I ain't thinking about you. I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry. I ain't thinking about you. I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry. I ain't sorry. No, hell no. Now you wanna say you're sorry. Now you wanna call me cry.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Ashley, and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related. Welcome, y'all. Come on in the room because we have a lot to talk about. Last week, we was kind of, pulling for some things to talk about, but tonight, a lot happened in 5 episodes. Okay, I'm gonna just set it right there. But I am not doing this alone. I am joined by an illustrious panel, and I can't wait because we really haven't talked about this behind the scenes, y'all. So come on in the room. Be thou ready. Let's bring her up first, right? Because she be over there struggling, but I don't think the struggle is gonna last much longer. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna last much longer. How are you doing today?
I hope not. I can't take no more. I'm wonderful. And I just want to say before we get started, Jasmine's mother, wherever you are, come outside. We're not going to jump you.
Oh man. Okay. Okay, Jasmine mama. Mama Jasmine wasn't playing. She wasn't about the games and it was a little mean. A little nasty and rude. So nasty, so rude. Next to the stage, we have Kay from the Fifth Wall Studios. How are you doing today, Kay? How you doing?
I've had better days, but I'm ready to talk about this show so I can feel better about myself.
Lord, it's gonna be right. It's gonna get better, friend. And last but not least, we have D Movie Man. Welcome, D. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. And I am thankful for all the shenanigans that we get to discuss because why not?
Lord, there's a lot to talk about. So I'm not gonna waste any time with y'all. We're gonna get right into this because the people played around, especially this one. And they say no to drugs. I say no to Cat. Let's get Cat out of there. Okay. Because the way that she played and made my baby cry, I'll never forgive her. I wanted to fight Cat. I wanted her to come meet me outside. But, I digress. Let's get into it. Episodes 5 through 9. Tyra, what are your overall thoughts?
I mean, justice for Ollie. Justice for Ollie. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I already knew you gonna make that face. Justice for Ollie. I do not like how Jasmine decided to integrate herself into their relationship. Like, girl, that's not your place. I did not like that. But he didn't do everything perfect. We're definitely gonna get into that. But yeah, justice for Ollie. Demi, I say in the end, I was really happy to see her find her self-confidence and just really get into her relationship on her own terms and not be so consumed with everybody else's opinion. Cat can go to hell. Cat can go to hell. She can go to the fiery place twice. Because what you're not gonna do is make Freddie cry. I feel like if you don't want this man, she was icing. One minute she was icing him out and cold. The next minute, he's annoying. And then after that, he's not giving me enough attention. She was annoying as hell. And I'll just discuss it with Freddie. Shout out to Freddie's sister. Because if Big Sis ain't going to pull up, ain't nobody going to pull up. Shout out to Freddie's sister for doing what needs to be done. When she said maybe she's just not good enough for you, you were like, I was like, I did a little holy dance, did a little two-step for the sister because we gonna get into Cat. Yeah, Freddie, you deserve better, baby. You ain't gotta do you ain't gotta do that with that. She ain't nobody. Yeah, once we got to asking about the aspect of him cheating, and I give you an honest answer, and it just felt like she was trying to create and look for problems because she was unsatisfied with Freddie. Girl, bring him on. Freddie, we can put them doors up on hinges together, okay? Brawny Paper Towel Man and his boring woman, you know what? They're boring together. They are, I know what to expect when we get a scene with them. It wasn't anything amazing, but they do look genuinely happy and fit together. So, yeah, but I wasn't waiting on their scenes at all. Tom over there in, is that Maria? Child, get far away from that man. Once he decided that if you're a makeup artist, you're not of my caliber to be in my space type situation, being very judgmental, I was done there. I was just done with all that. That's just not going to work, and I don't like the fact that they're wasting our time. Jasmine and Bobby, it was going so well. It was going so well before we met Jasmine's mother, because girl, the bitterness and the scorn, it's my best friend that was coming out from her mother was absolutely disgusting. And when she decided to be judgmental as far as Bobby's education, I was over it, and she could go to hell right along with Kat. Oh, Nicole and Benadryl. I mean, it's working. I wish that we could get beyond the situation with Sam, but it seems like we keep dwelling on that. And I just wish it was given, when Jada was like, we had an entanglement, like, just ask this lady, did you pass up on Sam because he denied you that sex and hit me up on the telly? That's all I want to hear. We're saying everything but that. It's like, I don't want to talk about that. It was just really annoying. I just wanted them to get that hurdle out the way. But they seem really, really compatible, and I'm just questioning her like everybody else. Girl, why did you even think to go over there with Sam? But that's it. This is my overall thoughts.
Okay. Okay. Overall, what did you think of these 5 episodes?
Oh, we really got to see some personalities come through. Yeah, no, I'm not giving Craig David no justice.
Never.
No.
No justice, no peace.
I'm with her friend because she know that Demi might not be able to say all the things that should be said, and she just wanted to let her know, like, if you over there checking somebody else out, she may not be able to express it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, let's not do that, because everybody here see you. And that's why he wanted to leave, because of Hit Dog Wahala. He know everybody's seen him. His eyes was on somebody else and not on the person he should have been looking at in the first place. Let's see. I like Jasmine Mama.
No.
I am here for a ratchet mom. She gave me everything I needed in that moment, because the rest of the parents was just there lingering, being bored. Nobody else's parents was turning up like I needed them to, until she came in there and she set it off. I need more of her on the show. What is the one dude that's with the one lady who made the blonde girl cry? I can't think of his name. Didn't he say something? If he got a job in PR and marketing,
Tom, you're talking about Tom and Maria.
Why he got her paying on dates? Why is he Mr. going 50-50? I'm so confused about that. They gonna have to get that together, because she didn't even like the sound. Yeah, we
gonna get into that.
We ain't like the sound of that, and I just I have so much for Kat that I'm gonna wait for the slide, because I got a lot for her.
D, overall thoughts on these 5 episodes? Better or worse than the initial 4?
I would say better. In some things were better, some things were a little more shenanigans related. But you know what? I think I can sum everything I saw on these last few episodes by saying or expressing the following. Ooh, struggle love, it sends chills up my spine every time I see you, baby. Listen, I'm so glad it's not me. I'm so glad it's not me. Okay. It makes me appreciate my life and the things I do not have to put up with, because these folks in this social experiment in this situation and how differently people act when another option is in the picture. I'm thankful to be a spectator, and I'll just leave it at that. But I'll have more thoughts as we continue.
Wow, I did. That was the rendition, the musical count. I mean, you counted yourself in and everything. 5, 6, 7, 8. I didn't know I needed that, but I did. So thank you, D. We appreciate you for that. And we have 36 people in the room already. Let's just say hello to a few people who've already chatted. Hey, sis, Tremaine Scarlett. Yes, I'm ready. I know that's right. Hey, Charlotte. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nicole Hyatt, hey, made alive. She got her notification. Okay, she's ready. Did you see that? Hey, the last live stream, I wondered why D and you guys were watching trashy UK TV. However, my partner Emma was watching this the other day, and guess what? It'll do it. That'll do it. Hey, that girl from yonder. Hey, y'all. I'm literally not even watching this season. I just watch your panel reviews now. Hey, listen. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Alexandria says, I can't wait to hear y'all's thoughts. Listen, because we have a lot of them. Charlotte says, Jasmine, just like her mama. Well, y'all, I can't say you're wrong. Tyler Alexis, hey, y'all. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Mars Monkey Max. Okay, y'all, let's get into it because there's a lot to cover and we not finna keep y'all up all night. I promise you that. But we have to start at the very beginning. So we knew that at the end of episode, well, no, I'm sorry. I guess my slides is out of order. Let's start here.
Not Queen Charlotte with her sexy self. Okay.
Baby, listen, because we needed a moment in Black history to carve this time out to celebrate Queen Charlotte, the woman who sank 1,000 ships. Because baby, when she stepped in the room, the girls were gagging. Listen, who is that? Who is it? And I just want you guys to get the full sentiment and the full picture of who Charlotte is. So I'm gonna let Ollie tell you about her. Hold on. Maybe I am.
Why have to be Ollie though? It was a bunch of them. Why you gotta pick Ollie?
Because he you know why it had to be Ollie, because you're on his team and I can't have that.
Not 100%. It's more like 60-40.
Ollie don't get it. Let's see, y'all. Let's see. Maybe it'll come up if it decides to. Child, technical difficulties. Bear with me.
I mean, we don't even see that. Oh, we don't even see that.
Oh, and it don't have audio. Y'all, we're gonna come back to audio to what you call its point because clearly what you call it didn't upload right. No, we're gonna get it just for that, Tyra.
You ought be shamed. Trying to do all the ought be shamed. Okay.
No, because he's got to pay. He's got to pay, and it'll just take 2 seconds. He must do time. He must do criminal time. I feel like. Because she walks in the room, Freddie is amazed, right? Because he's never seen anyone like her, apparently, because he's dealing with Kat, right? So, I'm not surprised at that because Kat doesn't give any of the things that she thinks she
randomly caught a stray.
And did. But then we see Ollie, and here we go. It didn't take long.
Okay, cool. Let me be 100, yeah? Wait, looks wise. Charlotte is mad. Berserk. Yeah. Sublime.
Did you hear it? Maybe you didn't hear. Sublime. Okay.
Berserk, sublime. But if I had my choice, I'm gonna stick with my woman. That's how you gonna cut that part off? He said that.
No, because it was enough. He didn't have to use all them adjectives. He didn't have to use all of those adjectives. He was doing the absolute most, in my opinion, because he just told his buddy Aaron, Mr. Fine Black Man, that listen, I love Demi down. I couldn't have made a better choice. I love her to the moon and back. He said, could another woman come in and change your mind? Could she turn your head? He said, no, bruv. Next thing we see, Queen Charlotte walked down them steps and she was bat, fierce, sublime. And I was flabbergasted. D, I'm gonna start with you. What did you think about Queen Charlotte 35? And I'm loving these ages. I'm loving that Love Is Blind UK has aged up a bit. But what do you think of Queen Charlotte and the fellows' reactions?
Yeah, well, first, I will definitely agree with you as far as the ages, and maybe it's because I'm up there in age as well. But Lord, the brain cells that I lost watching clips from Love Island UK, I mean Love Island. If that is the age bracket that some people prefer, then I'm okay going up because I couldn't with that particular program. Not to knock anybody else, but yes, I totally agree with that. And I'm not shocked. Charlotte, I feel like Ali, whether he intended to or not, I mean, he may as well. I mean, it was basically a coronation right there. Put the crown on her head and bowed down. And yes, it's nice that he's devoted to his woman, but like we can read between the lines, sir. Like,
let him get an opportunity. Let him get a chance alone. Okay. Would Ali shoot his shot if nobody else was around and nobody could see? Would Ali have shot his shot?
I don't let up off of Ali because the way he acted when he was no, I want to go because your friend, she shouldn't approach me like that. That shows you was bothered by something. So that means you had an ulterior motive. I don't trust you at all, Ali, because you got way too in your feelings in that instant. So I know Ali, he got a wandering eye, and it's just so happened his eye don't ever be wandering on Demi because in 1 second he's talking about to some people how intimacy matters, but then he go to Demi and we talking about, well, that ain't the most important part of relationship. Well, which one is it then, Ali? Which one is it?
He didn't want that cootie cat from Demi at first. Tyra, talk to us about Queen Charlotte and your boy.
You know what? Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. This whole scenario here is just reminding me of why I don't like Cat. Like, I think I identified with Ali in some of those scenarios. We're going to get into the ones where I didn't because, baby, get over there with your woman. But that whole insecurity of you said she was fine. Oh, is she she not? I'm just not that girl. I'm that girl like oh my God, she's sublime. Like, ain't she don't look dang, like look at her. Like that insecurity that's on you to where I can't even say another woman is pretty. That is so annoying to me. That is so annoying to me. Like I thought the adjectives, they were there. Okay. They were there. But I was not mad at Ali. It was just that whole situation just reminded me of Kat over there when she felt like you just said she was pretty. You said she was gorgeous. Like you, how many times are you gonna tell me? Like, relax. Relax, baby. If you can't trust your man because he said somebody was fine, baby, just let it go. Just let it go.
I don't think it's that though. I think it's that Ali hasn't proven himself to me that he's really into Demi. When I saw Freddie make a compliment and ease on down the road, Kat completely overreacted, yes. But that's because they done already got Bucky naked twice. Freddie done confessed his undying love. He crawled on all fours, changing his personality, going shopping with her, buying pink platforms, doing ready to move her into his well-appointed home. Ali, we can't even meet Ali's friends or family. So
what I will say is with Ali, I don't mind how Ali's moving, but I feel like we're moving this way to just friend zones. They get friends. They give really good friends. They give really good homies. And I don't know if it's going to be heartbreaking if they get to that point and it's just like a no, or if they're going to just be like, whatever. I don't know. Demi is very, I want that man. I see that man. I want, like, I'm like, girl, this is giving friends. It's giving like friendship. But I think Ali has been trying to maybe wait and finesse. Like, I'm not going to say finesse. That's a nasty word. It's nasty work. He's been just trying to wait. Like, love will come. The sexual, that sex that I want, that'll come. And it's just like, it's not, I love Demi, but I love Demi as a friend. And he should say that sooner rather than later, because that's what it's giving to me.
I agree with that assessment.
Bro, she was sublime. Like, what you want me to do?
Because I said she came and shut the place down, so we had to show her some respect. Because
then what was Demi? Because I ain't see that same spark. What was she just? Oh, she cute. That's when I get mad. If you're just so cute. So oh damn, she fine. No, we ain't doing that.
Oh my golly, gee willikers. Okay, so here's the next thing, y'all. And I had this to say, Benaya Leroy Jones, what are you thinking? Why did you do this and what for? So we know she had made her choice, said, oh, I made the wrong choice. Now I want Benaya back. And Benaya, just wide open, nose wide open, comes, meets her at this coffee shop, baby. He's gazing into her eyes with his 18 inches. Very big and tall. I like Benaya still to this day with his little beard scruffy. I like Benaya. And for those calling him broke, a structural landscaper makes money. Stop calling this man a vagabond. He may be a nomad, but a vagabond he is not. Okay. But anyway, they're talking. She's like, I chose wrong. The connection just wasn't there. And he like, baby, I want you. I need you. Got to have you. Got on one knee. Popped that question. Kay, were you here for this?
Hell no. I forgot to drag them in the opening. No. Because no. And he all smiling. They all riding bikes and stuff. For why? For why? She only went to you because she realized that other dude was a little bit deranged. Okay. No, she don't even. I don't see the sincerity in her like I see that it is in him. And he should have looked at her and said, no. Going back over there with old boy. And then when you see what I saw, don't call me. Don't call me. In fact, I've already moved on. I'm about to go to another pod. That's what he should have said.
That's what he should have said. Because like I said, and they got mad at me in my part 1 recap. I said both she and Kat are for the streets, in my personal opinion. Tyra?
Oh, she definitely.
Why?
Nicole is like in disguise for the streets. You look at somebody and they're like, their rapport, just their image, it just doesn't get for the streets. Oh, she's for the streets, but it's just disguised really well. It's under them crystals and sage and stuff. Baby, I really wanted him to protect his feelings and his heart. He dove right in, just like, it was like, okay, you're forgiven. Like, no, you were like, especially when we got into meeting his parents and his mother and his sister, like, he was hurt. He really, really took this hard. So I wish he would have, just kind of let me move him out. If I do want to do this, it'll be my decision. I'm not just like, he came in there ring in hand, like he knew what he came there for. Nicole is just, it gives sneaky, it gives bird, it's bird-like behavior, especially when it comes
That's because her hair looks bird-like.
It's like this disguised bird-like behavior of that whole narrative of just open your mouth and say, because she never said like why. She would not say out of her mouth why it wasn't Sam. Just like, oh, it's just, I realized he wasn't, when, because Sam is making it seem like you realized that once he wanted to hit you off with one that night. And he was like, you know what? Maybe because she kind of did the same thing with Ben in those pods. Like, you're not giving me that validation, that reassurance immediately that I want, that you want me, that I'm attractive, that I'm your wife. Let me go. Like, and it just kind of seems like, oh, let me go back to somebody who's going to adorn me and just whatever. Girl, he can do better. I don't see it. And she's just laughing all the damn time. That is annoying. A bulk of their conversation is just giggling. Like, get real. Riding on the bike is cute, but y'all need to have a real conversation.
Thank you. And she don't need nobody. She need to heal because pardon me, but if you were really in love with Sam, would you all of a sudden be in love with Ben a day later? Like, I just don't understand this concept of love. But D, do you agree with Ben? Should he have taken her back, or should he have left her to the streets?
Listen, to quote the TikTok icon herself, stand up. I just listen. Like I understand that it's all nice to be in love with the idea of love and not wanting to miss out on the one and not missing the opportunity, missing the chance, and so on and so forth. But here's the thing, and I'm going to repeat what I said last week. If Chance didn't get up and run over to New York on that season 1 reunion when Tango clowned her in front of everybody, then I'm going to need Benigni to do the same thing and figures like, and my thing is, it's my biggest issue is, as was said, what is the real conversation here? Like, it would almost be one thing. I still don't agree with the outcome, but I'm just saying, like, it would have been one thing if we're having a real conversation about what happened and what went down. And I I knew something was up with Nicole to begin with, but I mean, like the FOS effect is like really coming through because it's just like be real, be real about it, be real with yourself, if nothing else, and be honest about like I can at least deal with it if you're gonna be honest, but don't try to tell me, well, it was always you. I just no, it was not.
Thank you.
It was not. It was not, because obviously this wouldn't have happened the way it was. And clearly you were looking for something a little bit more than just a love connection, given what we hear later on.
Well,
so I just that was my biggest issue. And it's just like I said, I understand wanting to, overcome, love conquers all, but it's like you don't get to play me and cast me off and then get to, have the benefit of this moment. No, I feel like at the very least, if you were going to continue something, it should have been off camera. I just feel like, yes, I just feel like I appreciate what Ben is trying to do here, but Nicole ain't the one for that. She was not deserving of the gesture and all of that. And I just the more I look at her, just the more confusion and delusion I see, and I just don't appreciate that because Ben deserves more than that.
He'd be right, like, how dare you speak those harlot thoughts about my good Nicole? She wouldn't dare try to sleep with you. Like, he'd be really giving
for her
armor, and it's just not a definite. Well, yeah, I did do that, and he did. Like, what? Where's that conversation?
Right.
Because he need to know you a thought before y'all get married.
Well, Sam was going to tell it, and we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. In the moment I really knew that she was for the streets was at the end, and we'll get to it when we get to the slide. But basically, he pours his heart out like, no, I really don't want, we'll talk about it. But I knew in the moment that she was for the streets when she said, I just want to forget it. I could tell you, but I'm not going to tell you. I said, oh, she like one of the dirty men who did the most. And they say, baby, it's in the past. We don't need to talk about that. No, you need to talk about it. So here we go, trouble in paradise, right? Because we had to talk about it because Jasmine gave Ollie the business. How you feel, bruv? Like, do you like her or not? Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. But you knew about Queen Charlotte. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a yes or no. I mean, did Jasmine? I feel like because she was maybe inebriated, overstepped her boundaries a little bit. But to me. Her question was valid in protecting her friend. Demi didn't here. And I don't know, maybe we're being catfished by Demi. I found her Instagram the other day and she was laying it low, spreading it wide, dropping it like it was hot. She didn't seem like she had insecurity issues to me. However, listen, yep. However, in this show, that's the image that's projected. I'm insecure. I don't know how to feel. He doesn't touch me in public. He won't hold my hand. He won't be around with me. I don't know. Cat's talking to him. I feel, And so I think that Jasmine thought she was Captain Sava in this moment. Tyra?
Okay. I was scrolling through Demi's Instagram. I'm trying to see what's up. Okay. Were the concerns valid? Absolutely. I just didn't like all the couples projecting on them. There's this pressure of, because I think I related because I'm not the most affectionate. Like, we don't have to be all over each other constantly to prove that we're in love or in like or whatever, putting on these airs for other people. So it's just like, let us get there on our own time. Like, this is the honeymoon, but we're still just getting to know each other. I've watched enough of these seasons to see the couples who instantly get it in on the first night and they're all over each other. And then there's those couples who wait and they need more time because this is just so different from what I thought it would be in the pods. Like, and then they eventually grow. I don't think they were given any time to grow. It's just like, oh, what are you doing to Demi? Demi's sad. Demi. It was like, first of all, Demi's a grown ass woman. Her and all her insecurities, valid situations, her concern over the situation with Kat, absolutely, because the way he beeline Fred, like, oh my God, it's Kat. Oh, I'm like, but if you, sir, she had, valid reasons to feel that way, but allow her to address those things. Demi needs to open her own mouth. I didn't like Jasmine interjecting herself in that way, and I thought Bobby should have dragged her ass on. And I don't want to hear nothing about her being inebriated. Everybody had a little cocktail. She don't get that. She don't get that
Demi
pass.
was drunk. Yeah, they
I
was
was
all
here
drunk.
with Ala when she was like, well, she's my friend. It's like, you don't even know her. We all met each other at the same time. Now y'all besties? Okay, whatever. But yeah, everybody was just so concerned for Demi. Oh, Demi, like, baby, Demi is grown, and now Demi's back into a corner. I'm happy. He makes me he's nice. He talks to me like we don't need that. Whatever their relationship is, they need to deal with that. It's not your job to step in there and do a damn thing. Worry about your mother. I wasn't here for that. So with him getting that flustered and frustrated, I was not mad at him. Like, I want to get the hell out of here. I feel like I'm an outsider here, and everybody's pointing the finger at me because you're not projecting what everybody else is projecting at this function.
But Tyra, this wasn't all about Jasmine. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. There was another conversation that took place. Where he felt called on the carpet because that raggedy heifer cat said, I heard you've been telling people that you broke up with me. And I really broke up with you. And she decided she was going to go around to everybody and tell them that same story. Then pull him to the side. And he says, no, bruv, that's not what I meant. You're lovely, girl. You're lovely.
I ran it back because I was unsure. I was like, did he get in there and say that? He did. He's like, yeah, she took it well.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. He was going to break up with her anyway. He had his mind made up. She knew that. That's about Kat's pride, I feel like. I feel like she got an inkling and she didn't want to get embarrassed. So she did it. But like Freddie told her, right? What does it matter? You have me. And she was like, oh, it matters. I need to have this conversation.
I need closure.
And so I think in addition to what Jasmine did, I think part of his issue was that Kat, he felt embarrassed. I went and told all these people that I broke up with her, and now she's telling them that she broke up with me, and I maybe feel away. Kay, what say you? Why was Ollie mad? And should he have taken it out on Demi? Like, it was like he was mad with her. Oh, I'm out of here. F this. Like, okay, my guy.
He was. And she probably, I have noticed a lot of people who are very insecure on social media, they'll try to portray as a whole other person. I know this because I counsel some of them. So they'll be looking like a Instagram model, but be crying later on. So I believe she's still, because there is no way there is no way she would be sitting over there with Craig David if she wasn't secure within herself. Okay. Because she, and you could see the emotion in her mind every time Kat walked around, every time she came into the room, every time she was somewhere. She could just feel how his eyes were just always. And she's like, I'm right here. Like, I see you. I'm right here. Like, his eyes was on everybody else except for her. But then then when his eyes go on her, he mad and he got to complain and whine and stuff. I can't believe she said that to me. That was rude. Well, somebody needed to check you for looking at everybody else besides the person that's right next to you and then acting like you ain't do nothing. Yes, you did, bruv. You did a lot.
Posting stink. The Soul Child says, I can understand being concerned about your friend, but there is a such thing as doing too much. Jasmine keeping on emphasizing that Demi is insecure is what I didn't like. Now, I'll say this. Jasmine yelled it from the rooftop. The girl's insecure. She's insecure. INSECURE. She yelled it from the rooftops. D, what are your thoughts? She did that.
That was her mama coming out then.
He's reassuring. You need to reassure her. She needs it more than anybody here. Reassure her. It's like, ma'am.
Her mom popped out then.
Yeah, so I think there are levels to this. I am definitely someone who, I do believe in advocating for your friends and obviously being there and, making sure, there's no foolishness and there's nothing, no foolery running amok in the palace. Shout out to Mama D. But I think the thing is, I think you have to know when I feel like it comes down to place and time. And I also feel like it's about how you do that. So like, you ask, you see what's going on, if you maybe want to take the temperature, get a temperature of the pulse that's going on, and that's fine. But I think to keep going and ask, because I feel like after a certain point, it becomes antagonistic. And even for me, as someone who is very chill and lay back and be like, all right, so at what point, one, if I've answered, I will say that's a huge pet peeve of mine. And I understand that Ali's behavior. I'm not explaining it completely away by this, but we do learn some other things about Ali that we're going to talk about. And I'm sure that also didn't help as far as the situation. But I think that you also have to allow for things to develop and progress. You can't just, okay, all right, what we doing? It's just like, I need you to back up. I need you to back up, give me a few feet and chill. So from that standpoint, I understood. Yeah, so I understood the intention, but I do agree. Like after a certain point, where are you not only overstepping, but not giving Demi a chance to advocate for herself? You know what I'm saying? Like kind of infantilizing her is not great and it's not really helpful, as if she's this poor pathetic person who can't make her way. I'm like, she knows how to deal with the situation. And I do think that I, as well as someone who is not always outwardly, I can be, but I'm very chill, and I even have issues when people want me to express excitement in a certain way, and the way I express excitement can be very internal sometimes, and people will feel like, oh, why aren't you happy? Why aren't you having a good time? And I'm like, the way I process things is not the same. So I just think I understood it, but I think just Jasmine, as we saw later on, I think there were other aspects of her personality that were coming forth in that moment that weren't really needed.
Okay. All right. Now let's get into the mixer. And this is before we get into the couples, honey, because the mixer was probably my favorite episode. I want to say this was episode 8, and this was predominantly the entire episode, right? This is where all of the pod squad comes and meets up with the couples. And, we already talked about Queen Charlotte's entrance, but we had another guest. We had good old Sammy come in the mix. And this is Ali's second strike, right? For me, because why are you the first one to greet him with a big, warm, open hug, kissing him on the cheek? Bruv, where have you been? And then you're not only doing that, but you're acting as an op, saying, yeah, man, they're saying this about you. Ali, why are you friends with Sam? Kay, I'm starting with you. Why is he friends with Sam? What does that say about his character?
That birds of a feather flock together.
Period.
So, I mean, that's all that needs to be said. Because how can you be friends with somebody like Sam? He's very pretentious. He is very, very shallow. He looked like he liked drama. He liked to stir up mess. Because why you there? If not to say, like Ray J, I hit it first. Why else would you be there? Like other than to gloat and to start up drama. Oh, if I can't have her, then I'm gonna mess up y'all whole relationship because I'm gonna insert myself in there. Knowing he really didn't even like her like that. He didn't even like her. So you trying to start mess over somebody you really didn't even want in the first place.
Well, he looked like he sit up at night and plot, plan, and scheme. He probably writes in a journal, in a notebook, memorizes it, and goes onto these little things to see what he can spit out.
And he probably talked himself in the mirror like Homelander.
That's exactly what he does. Tyra, what does that say about Ali's character? Why is he friends with Sam?
I mean, if you don't leave Ali alone. Ali alone. Ali greeted every single bruv that came down the stairs with the same energy. Bruv, it's my bro. Everybody, especially that nice black man who had all the invites in the world but just couldn't make it on the show for some reason. Baby, it was bruv with everybody. Now him in the extracurricular talking of is like they're giving me that same narrative of being a bad guy, not giving Demi this attention or reassurance or whatever. I'm being stuck out there too. I just want to let you know we in the same boat, bruv. We be getting the same treatment. So if there's a moment, and I don't know why I wasn't mad at Sam for showing up. I wasn't mad at Sam because Nicole shouldn't have left room for him to show up and say anything to her man that she shouldn't have disclosed already. He want to show up and Ben should have been able to say, bro, I know that already. I know that already. And she's with me now. Take your little dead man's bracelet or whoever gave him bracelet. I don't know. Take your bracelet, take your ring, and go on your way. I just want to let you know that I know you trash and I don't want you disrespecting my woman. That was it. She left room and opportunity for this narrative to be created about, well, did she tell you this? No, she didn't. And that messed it up. Like, I wasn't mad at Sam. Somebody gonna come and stir up chaos. He was definitely gonna show up. We already knew those feelings of him showing up there with disingenuous intentions. This is the perfect opportunity to give that. Like, oh, not only did I feel like, because he just wanted to get chose. He didn't give a damn which one of these ladies chose him. I'm just trying to make it on to the show and go to Grease Honey and be a part of the narrative. So he thought he was chose, real quick, put that ring on the wrong finger and everything. But you change your mind. And then I'm thinking, okay, whatever. Then you not only do you change your mind, but it seems like you changed your mind after I ain't want to hit you off with this D. Oh, girl, I'm coming. I'm absolutely coming. And this is, I wasn't mad at him for doing that. Like, if nobody else is going to start some ish, why not Sam?
I mean, purely entertainment value, and we'll break down the kind of the different events that happen. But D, what does this say about Ollie that he's besties with Sam?
My besties.
I won't say it says as much as you guys are putting on it. Like, I understand it's not fun. It's not the best thing in the world to see given the circumstances, but this is Pod Squad. Like, these men have congregated and been a part of this situation together, and it's a established dynamic already. So I wouldn't necessarily take anything off of that. Although, like I said, it is not fun. It's not the most fun thing in the world because for me, I didn't really need Lurch or his Pinocchio nose on my television. However, I do think that we do need the mess and the hood boogery that you guys have been looking for. So Sam said, "I am here to provide all of that." Let's shake up the room, right? So from that standpoint, it's like, look, I mean, even when we saw it in the preview, I was like, okay, I mean, we were all kind of waiting to see what was going to go down. But I absolutely agree about what was, and this is where the whole FOS factor as far as Nicole comes in, because as was said, like this whole thing where you want to gloss. And I understand I used to be a person who didn't want to deal with conflict when I was younger, and because I thought, having tough conversations, addressing, certain subjects. I'm like, oh, we're going to end up fighting. We're going to end up on the 6 o'clock news. I'm like, there's, it's just one extreme. It's like, we can't just talk. We're going to end up scrapping, screaming, cussing. And no, it's possible to deal with tough things and walk away from it, unscathed for the most part. And so I understand like the idea of not wanting to deal with certain things, but I am, again, I don't know if it's age, personality, life experience, but I'm just like, whatever you have to say, no matter how ugly, nasty, funky, grimy, dirty, whatever, like say it, let's deal with it and move on. Even if it's somebody saying, I don't like you because da-da-da-da-da. Great, I'm glad I know that. Give me the knowledge. Knowledge is a gift. Give it to me. And once I have it, I can go forward from there. And the fact that she was not willing to impart that knowledge to my man, Ben, I just think that's shiesty, that's shady, and that says a whole lot about you as a person. Like, and as was said, allowing him to be able to be like, oh, well, guess what? Because that should have been a situation where Ben should have been able to say like, okay, we already talked about that. So now what? And then that would have completely taken his moment away. But instead, we had Ben sitting there looking quite foolish on camera. So yeah, I was not pleased about that. And I didn't, obviously Sam was a joke to me, but given the circumstances, this really falls more on Nicole for me.
Not Ollie.
Oh, I was just talking about, them being friends. But so a lot happened at the mixer. And so Sam came with the intention, and I think Tony Roberts said it. Sam was chaotic, but much needed chaotic. And it livened things up a bit, because we did see the conversation before where she's basically like, I want closure. I want to meet with Sam, like Dee was kind of alluding to. I'm not going to give you all the details, but I want to close this thing out with him. And he said, no, please don't. Like, I would rather you not, because it's going to put me in a position where I feel like I need to defend your honor, basically was the gist that I got from Ben. Well, first thing, Sam sees is Nicole, and he wants to have, well, first he wants to talk with Ben. He really ain't studying Nicole. He didn't even speak to her at first. And Ben said, see, Beniah Leroy said, see, he's disrespecting you right now. He didn't even acknowledge you was here. And I was like, well, Ben, okay. And so I thought maybe in this moment, she was going to just slide the bracelet, the whatever, to a producer. Say, go on and give it to him. He's here. Because what do you need closure for? What do we need to talk about? Unless she wanted to do damage control, right? And so Sam is like, well, I want to talk to you, Ben. Ben said, nah, bro, we can talk right here. And Tom is like, yeah, talk right here. And then he's like, well, okay, I found Nicole. Nicole's going to the bathroom. Let me catch her. And that is when we're going to see the following, y'all. Let's see what happened in this exchange. And let's see what happened when Sam spoke to Nicole. Oh, here it goes.
There was what I felt like I needed.
Yeah, I remember you wanted to be physical with me, and I said no that night.
You wanted to be physical.
You wanted to be physical with me, and I said no that night because he wants to know why. Why didn't it work? But Sam, you really don't care. I think Sam wanted camera time. He had a canned response ready for her when he met her. Of course, that goes, okay, whatever you say. Yes, I feel like it was real. You were a great guy. Girl, shut up. So what I want to know from you guys, as far as the exchange between Nicole and Benaniah Leroy Jones, or not Benaniah, but Samuel Rockford, I'm going to call him that. Was she just being passive, or was he telling the truth? D, I'm going to start with you. Was Nicole being passive, or was Sam just coming with the truth, and so she didn't have a defense?
As I said, I just think here's the thing. As you said, it's clear that Sam, because I'm assuming that he didn't plan for that or he might have been planning for a conversation to happen with Ben. But I feel like no matter who he had the conversation with, no matter what camera time he had, he was going to let somebody know, like, oh yeah, there was that thing that happened. You remember? And the way he even brought it up, so like, quote unquote casually, like, oh yeah, just like you want to get physical, and and I didn't want it, and that's how things worked out. It was just yeah, let's just slide that in there, very smooth. But I definitely think it's true, and because the thing is, Nicole already showed that she was willing to breathe. Oh, hey Shayna, what's going on? Yeah, but she had already shown that she was willing to breeze past every possible red flag that was there. And even with her, that whole disconnect during that situation, I just was kind of like, I wouldn't be surprised if you were like, okay, well, let me at least get broke off a little something if I've gone through all this, which is very questionable to me. Sam, but yeah. That's between her and her lady parts. That's not my business. But yeah, I think that he just put it out there, and she just was like, okay, well, let's just kind of like mosey along, and let's slide on out of this situation. And even just the handling of that with Ben, it's just like, no, let's just get over. How about let's talk about it.
Okay. Was Sam telling the truth, albeit a planned truth that he planned to expose to everybody who would listen that night?
Oh, I actually believe that he looks like the type to kiss and tell. He looks like the type to record people without their permission. He looks like the type to say, oh yeah, I got the draws. He looked like that type, but maybe Nicole got that Allison Maddie that he ain't want that. And
that'll do it.
And maybe she got upset about it. But she was wrong for not telling, but because she was trying to avoid that man, because she knew, and see, that's what you get when you get with somebody like that, because she know that he's shady. She should have prepared Benaniah a whole lot better, because when you're dealing with somebody shady, he's going to take the whole shade tree and toss it over everybody. And she didn't prepare him for that, and she was wrong.
In the wrong, absolutely. Tyra. Child. Did Nicole want that reject schlong? Did she really want it? Was she after it that night? Did she get after it?
They ain't lying. No, you're not lying. You know that as soon as they get them phones back, they are communicating. I'm sure he knew the little narrative about him way before he touched down. It's like, oh, really? his whole mission at that party. I just want you, and you. And she wanted this, okay? She wanted me, okay? She wanted me, and I rejected her. Like that's all he wanted everybody to just to understand. Like, no, I wasn't carelessly left, and I like no. She left, but just know that she wanted me. Like, and I rejected her. He just wanted to change that narrative. Even when he got on the show, I just might look like, the guy in the back of the club who might have all the choices, but that's not me. I'm looking for a deep. I just want you to know that she wanted me more than anything. I want you, Benadryl. Exactly. I want you to know that your woman wanted me. And it's not even that big of a deal. If you wanted to sleep with him, it just creates a disconnect for her and Ben's relationship, because then it creates the narrative of, well, if he had slept with you, would you have even reached out to me? Like, it just like, why would you do that? It's making it worse that she's trying to just gloss over it and not talk about it. It makes it feels like there's something bigger there. And even I was like, girl, just even for Ben's sake, just call him trash. Ben just want her to acknowledge him trash. Even just for Ben's sake, just, he's just a good guy. And there was something there. And I was like, girl, it's like, he's like, you know what? I need to go talk to him because you're not getting my point.
That's what she thought, and that's what she wanted him for. She thought Sam looked easy. He looked like a guy who do one night stands, and she might have wanted something at that point. And said, you know what? Benaya looked like he might make me wait till wedding night, and I ain't got that long. And that Sam might be easier target.
Sam is so grody.
It didn't make Sam look ridiculous, because even in that moment, he still feels like he's defending her honor. Not only did you do this in the pause, but now you're running around saying that she tried to sleep with you. Nicole would never. If she did, she would have told me. But you didn't, girl. It looks stank. And I'm like, are we going to just not address that? If not, that's probably going to be something that's addressed at the reunion. But I don't see Sam having a reason to lie. Girl, you wanted me. Just admit that.
And she mounted no defense. I said, there's no way she's this passive. Ayanna Harris, I still don't know what Nicole ever saw. I don't know what anybody saw in Sam, baby, because the way Jasmine paid him dust, it wasn't no conversation. Jasmine ain't even looking his direction. And he was ready to throw it all on the line for Jasmine. Like, be serious. Ugh, Sam is a grotesque individual, in my opinion.
You better have a nice little video of Cat all over there and Alice and
Well, here we're about to talk about it. I don't have the video because I was, I'm playing it easy with YouTube. I'm playing it easy. Listen, y'all saw the technicals, but that's what happened. So we talked about Queen Charlotte. We saw how Freddie complimented Charlotte. He said she bad. She a bad girl. She's attractive. And she said, could you stop saying it so much? And so then Kat decides, well, before that, Kat had actually saw Sam and said, he looks just like my ex. He looks just like my ex. And I'm like, you're proud of that? You're proud of that? And you're telling the world that? Look at Freddie and look at Sam. Look at Freddie. Look at Sam. Look at Freddie, honey. And we're going to get to the slide, but look at Freddie and Sam. Okay. And you mean to tell me you're velling over him, right? And, finally, Freddie gets a little bass in his voice and he says, look, I said Charlotte was cute, right? You done talked about this man being your ex 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Like, girl, let it go. So she proceeds to pick up her hot tail, walk over to Sam's table and start a conversation talking about, well, whenever you're in town, I'm a listening ear. Put your head on my shoulder. Is this the ring? Is this? Oh, beautiful. Can I have the ring, girl? You're disrespectful. You're rude. You're for the streets. You should have left with Sam that night. Kay, what say you about Kat's cattish behavior?
She was Aggie the whole freaking time. It was just, if it didn't have to do with Sam, then it had to do with Ollie. Then it's like, oh, I don't want to be with no cheater. And then it's like, oh, but do you really want to be with me? And oh, so you trying to get a prenup? And oh, it was, but then it's like, oh, I met the man of my dreams. What? What? Which one? I think she wants a wedding. I don't think she actually wants the groom.
Boom. D?
I feel like we've all made very clear I think we made it very clear from the beginning that none of us was really feeling Catherine the Withered, and it's only gotten more and more obvious as to why we felt that sentiment to begin with. And I just think when it comes down to Kat's behavior, if I had to like really like assess why, I would say because a bird is still a bird. Baby girl, you're still a pigeon. Listen, like the feathers have sprouted a long time ago. Okay.
Not
It's
playing
just
with TV.
That's the second song of
been
the night.
bird behavior continuously. Okay. I can't deal with it. It's tiring. I can't deal with her. And I just need Freddie to go and free himself a la Fantasia. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. I want more for Freddie. You know what I'm saying? Please. You can do better, Freddie. Free Freddie. Free Freddie.
It was you finding the note for me. For a bird is still a bird. All right, you guys, there are 60 people in here. Thank you so much for being in here on a Thursday. Okay, let me show you guys a little bit of love, and we will be right back. Maybe.
I'm here to find my husband.
Oh, Lord have mercy, y'all. Let's get back into it. And I didn't want to start with them, but I mean, let's start with Jasmine and TJ Henderson, because now y'all got me calling this man TJ Henderson, aka Fun Size, aka Bobby. Bobby. Jasmine showed her crazy a little bit this episode. We got her crazy on a couple of occasions. We got it in Greece initially. And then when they get back, they move into the apartments, right? And she's talking to Bobby and she's like, I'm nervous about the social media. I've been, that's been an issue. I'm very jealous. She's self-admittedly jealous. And she pulls up a music video from 2003 and says, who is this? What's going on in your music video, Bobby? What's going on here? For me, jealous people, it's not something that goes away very easily. I think he is in for a world of hurt. Later on, towards the end, we see Jasmine's mama. We see where she got it from. She got it honest, but mama is on a whole different level. When I tell you this mama came in here and insulted everybody intelligence who didn't go to college, like she said, it's very difficult to communicate with uneducated people. Okay. Since you liked Mama Jasmine, talk to us about Jasmine and Bobby's evolution and talk to us about Mama J.
I mean, she really dug deep for that one. Like she said, I'm going low for that one. And I mean, but I actually do be having concerns about his employment options, because you are a professional shopper. I'm still confused though. I'm really confused about that as well. I need more information. I tried to Google it myself and I couldn't even find information on it. So I feel like he might be lying about this, because how do you help people shop? And he said he worked remotely. So how does that work, Bobby? What is
Bobby
that?
ain't got no job.
Bobby trying to, his job is he's trying to be a reality star because he in the music industry. He got this hair that he needs to just, grow it out, Bobby. Just grow it out. I think that would help you, and you wouldn't look like smart guy if you did that. But and maybe Jasmine sees something with him. Maybe what we're not seeing with him is that he might be attracted to the life of trying to be a star. And it looks good to have somebody like Jasmine next to him, because I'm trying to figure out what is the, because to me they just get friends. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. He seems really, really nice, but I just get friend vibes from them. I don't know.
I
Look, they
want
sitting there
fire
together with
desire.
face masks on and stuff. This is what I would do with my bestie over here.
I
No,
want fire. I want fire, desire, and passion, and they
right?
don't. They don't give any of that for me, unfortunately. But I know this: Bobby better not be keeping no secrets, because Mama J gonna find him out. Tyra, you had a strong disdain for Mama J. What do you think about Jasmine and Bobby's evolution? And talk to us about Mama.
First of all, Bobby is a super intelligent fly young gentleman. What y'all gotta do is keep playing on Bobby's top. Bobby said he got a job, and that's all we need to know. As long as them bills are paid and them checks are cleared, I don't care what you doing. I knew she was a hint of diabolical when she went and found this video. Body of a Dancer is a little bop, y'all. I wouldn't listen to it. I gave it a little 1-2 step. I wouldn't have found it. Yeah, girl, this is some super. This is a music video. Get over it. Bobby has been everything and has done everything, and in my eyes, to accommodate Jasmine in every way. He's been supportive. He's been romantic. They've been sexual. They've been like really close. So that has been a problem. I don't think I don't get friends from them. I don't.
You get fire, desire. You get passion and heat.
What heat? Ain't no heat between none of these people. They just met last Thursday. I think she's sitting on her mother's tendencies. That's what I need Bobby to be aware. Y'all talking about Jay? I need Bobby to be aware, because baby, that's been her mama for all of her 30 whatever years of life. Baby, it's present and it's there, and I need Bobby to run. This dynamic duo. I thought her mother was disgusting. It was not giving a concerned parent, and oh my baby, every single family was concerned about this experiment, rightfully so. She was disrespectful. She was a disgusting human being, and I wanted them to have her exit the house. Like, why is she here? Why is she there when they trying on dresses? Girl, get away. It was just, it was like, oh, and then she just sat there and let her keep talking. Like, shut up.
She did say, Mom, a lot of people don't go to school now.
It was just really annoying. If this is just the first encounter, best believe, because you're gonna tell me everything. Mom, I can't tell you. Oh no, you're gonna tell me because we're best friends. And this is a scorned woman. Run, Bobby, run. I mean, Jasmine, if she was cute or whatever, it was cute or whatever while it lasted with your little facial mask on. Don't you marry that woman? You marry that woman, you're marrying her mother. Get away from them people, Bobby. You are okay. You can find somebody else, Taj Mari. No.
Run,
She gonna act like
TJ.
Mama D. She probably called her house the castle too.
D. Is her mama the best friend she'll ever have? Like the mama said, I'm your best friend. I'm the best friend you'll ever have. She said.
I have thoughts on that. I was gonna say first, let me find out Bobby is working with Regine over at Le Ragbin. I wonder. I'm very, very curious. I think that I think they have potential together. Although, I don't appreciate blackface. I can appreciate that they have, opportunities to bond together and, and relax and have leisurely time and all that kind of stuff. I feel like Bobby, questionable, career aspirations aside, he seems to be very genuine with Jasmine, but listen, they say the apple does not fall far from the tree at all, and the apples are of questionable quality, because I just think that, and you know what, it reminds me, and granted, character is character and personality and all the things that's all that is very obvious there regardless of whether the cameras are up or not. But I have told certain people in my life, like, you can't be on reality TV, right? Because I have friends, I have family members who can feel like will say whatever. I'm not saying they would say things like this, but like some folks get on, I just know, like, if I were to be doing a reality show and I brought you on camera, like, it would be over. A global cancellation, right? So I just think the fact that she couldn't even convince her mother, or her mother didn't even think enough of the fact that she's on the show to not say stuff like that and even think about just the way that would be received is wild. But yeah, I'm pretty sure her mother is her best friend, and she can be her best friend for the rest of her life. And living together, doing your hair together, talking, doing all the things together for the rest to the end of their lives. And that's what's gonna happen if she keeps it up.
Okay, y'all. Next couple, and we're gonna make light work of them because I'm bored. And Tyra kind of explained it in her overall thoughts. Maria and Tom. Tom is an elitist snob who kind of gives Colin Firth when Colin Firth was younger, y'all. I can't. I mean, I think Tom is a little taste of handsome, okay. But he's elitist. He's a snob. He doesn't like the fact that she's a makeup artist, and she says that according to her culture, right, her Muslim culture, he needs to be the breadwinner, especially when she start popping up them babies. She's not trying to work. He needs to maintain the household. He goes to the mixer, sees Tosh, who could have been, and says to Maria later on that, she told me that she was in love with me. Baby, that's not what I heard her say to you. I heard her say in the pods, I thought I was in love with you. Tom is messy after seeing that. And finally, Maria says, I'm not paying your mortgage. So we're going to have to figure out a living situation, because here's what's not going to happen. In 6 years, I'm not going to have paid half of your mortgage and you get to live scot-free and I'm left with nothing. In a nutshell, to me, that's what happened. Tyra, talk to me about Maria and Tom. Do you give this a go? Like, do you feel the heat, the fire, the passion with these two?
Oh, Maria already got one. Her Maria bags are at the door, okay? Maria ain't going nowhere with this man. Like, absolutely not. They have different, it's not just the religious part. They have completely different values in life, like as people. Like, why are we even here wasting time? Like, at least, the past couples, they at least fake it. This is just so disconnected that it's not even funny. Him, like, yeah, I needed you to give Tom all the smoke you was giving Ollie, because baby, the way he was like, oh, who's that? Tom was excited. Who is that? See, oh, that's Tosh. Oh, it was Christmas morning. It was Christmas morning when Tosh came down them steps. He was so excited and just thinking about what could be. And I know we spoke last time about him seeming like in the pods he was prioritizing what he thought they would physically look like over, and he clearly thought Tosh like, oh, you don't look as geeky as you're looking kind of good. It's looking kind of good. It's just not there. Even him meeting with the family, I'm like, why are we wasting time? They crying and stuff, it's just like they ain't going on. Y'all be okay. This ain't happening. This is not happening. And I think she knows deep down that this isn't the man for her. But I guess, y'all not obligated to see these experiments through. You could walk away now, can't you? Do they have to make it to the altar?
I wonder. I know, like, Married at First Sight contract says they have to be available for filming, even if they don't choose each other to stay married. I don't know what love. Well, Love is Blind had a lot of scandal stuff going on. They said they didn't feed these people. They made them stay on indefinitely. There was all kinds of labor lawsuits going on with Love is Blind. But that wouldn't be a reason to stay, in my opinion, because she literally seems disgusted by him at moments. His mama ain't down. His mama says she ain't coming to the wedding. His sister came. They seem to like her. But again, I don't see it either. I see he's 50-50 and she's like, my man needs to be my man, and take care of these bills. So Kay, what you think?
He was so much 50-50 though. I thought he was just like, is it really that big of a deal if you happen to pay for ice cream or pay for a dinner or two? Like, is it really like, is it? But you can't say that in the same breath and then, well, I'm not paying half. Girl, you're not paying no mortgage. Okay, bye.
Well, I didn't get that mortgage thing either because I would think she would just pay the household bills maybe, and he would pay the mortgage that way. Because she's gonna pay that wherever she lives.
Nothing. With the way that this experiment works going in, it may be a situation where it's just like, okay, whatever, baby, it's whatever. And then but right off the bat, I ain't paying no bills. Excuse me, I don't do that.
And I don't know why these don't come up in the pods. I don't know why.
A bunch of questions, like the religious aspect, the situation with even Ali and his ADHD. It was so many situations. I was like, y'all supposed to talk about that stuff or bring that up before y'all ever even got to this point.
Okay, Maria and Tom, are they gonna say yes?
They don't need to, because how you on one hand have like this classist attitude about somebody's employment, but if you're gonna have that attitude, then you need to commit and say, clearly you're not gonna make as much as I am. I got you on the bills part. You ain't even gotta worry about that, because why would you make her buy her own ice cream? Like, really? That should have been it right there. On the first day, I gotta buy ice cream. You a PR, you're a marketing exec, and I gotta buy ice cream. That should have told her everything.
That's what I heard. He said, I think she was trying to test him. He said they were standing there and she was like, I'm about to pay for the ice cream. She was like, oh no, babe, I got it. And then it was like, okay. And he was like, oh, he's gonna let me pay for it. Girl, what you offer for? She offered to pay for that ice cream. I'm just saying, don't offer if you don't want to pay, Maria.
And then that was her dumb behind for actually doing it. That she could have said, oh, you was gonna let me do it, and he could have said, oh, never mind, I got it. But she should have been like, she should have did like some people. I left my wallet at home. Go ahead and get this $2 ice cream. If it was that serious, like if they're clashing over that, that part is not gonna get any better. Y'all are not seeing eye to eye in the area of finances, religion, and occupation. And the only reason he wanted her was for the physical attraction anyway. He probably done got that. And he good now. Like he's like, I didn't hit that. So
I didn't hit that.
He's clapped them cheeks multiple times.
Yes, he's good now. He's good.
Was you gonna say something, Tyra?
Then I say he's trying to give him some Tosh now.
Oh yeah, he won't Tasha. And she acted like she wasn't pressed in the mixer. She said, I don't care. I don't mind. She said it like 18 times in the confessional though. Like, oh, I don't care. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't care.
Crying.
D, does Tom want a shot at Tosh? And why did he lie like that? Saying that she said she was in love with him still. When that's not what I believe she said to him.
He wanted to validate his own feelings because what she confused me. She came at me with like, no, you were trying to come at her, sir.
It's I'm telling you, I'm just saying, if given the opportunity, I think we'd be hearing, got me some Tosh last week, y'all. Got me some Tosh last week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could, the energy, like it left out. And as far as so Tom is not being real with himself, obviously. And I guess what's confusing, what's weird about where these issues jump out. Like, same thing, I forgot to say this, but the same thing with Jasmine as far as the music video. Like, you're upset about a music video. Now I understand if this man was bumping and grinding, laying it low and spreading it wide on the interwebs, on OnlyFans or something like that. But you're talking about a cast member in a music video. Same thing with the makeup artist. Is it so lowly of a profession? Like, and I'm not saying like no one really needs to look down on it on any profession, but in theory, I know when it comes to certain professions, how they can become more complicated because they involve audiences, other people, and bodies and all of that. But a makeup artist, like I was just, yes, exactly. I was completely lost by that. And as far as Maria, listen, I mean, listen, if you're a person of a certain age, then we've heard this before. Like, can you pay my bills and pay my telephone bills and pay my automobiles? Hey, maybe we could chill. I don't think you do. So what you and me are through. That is what's going on with Maria. Like, she knows what time it is. The writing is on the wall. See how I did that? And
Oh my goodness. Next we have Steven and Sabrina. Y'all know I had to do it because my man Steven, when it came out there in his Speedo and his manties, and I was here for it. He said, check me out, baby. And he had one every time they went swimming. I said, his man like to be naked. But let me tell you about something about Steven. I told y'all he was a full-grown man. I told y'all he was a good man. And he proved that to me this episode. The way he delicately handled Sabrina's family, reassured them, the way he introduced her to his friends. And he was like, you know, I don't bring anybody to meet you. To me, this was a vouch of honor for him. His friends were like, this is crazy as hell. We would never do it. But this is cute. We like Sabrina. You've never brought someone to, to meet us before. He's well established. He's willing to bend because she lives in Belfast, right? Ireland. And he lives in London, and her family's really concerned. We learn a little bit more about Sabrina as well, because she says that her last breakup almost devastated her, right? And so now her family's opinion of a prospective suitor is super important, because they were the ones that put the pieces back together. Dee, I'm going to start with you. What did you think about Steven and Sabrina in this set of episodes? Are they going to make it work? Are they a match made in heaven?
Listen, I can't, only thing I can comment as far as the budget smugglers is that I'm not there yet, but I will be there one day, maybe one day. That's all I can hope for. It ain't where it needs to be yet, but maybe one day. Yes. Steven's cool. I just feel like, because I can't speak for anything involving the man farm, but Steven just seems like good people. So Steven just seems like somebody I would, even if I could, just as far as like friendship and all that kind of stuff, he just seems like a good person to be around. And, and Sabrina, they seem the most genuine, and they were the ones I kind of had the most hope for in the beginning. Benadryl aside, I feel like, listen, I understand shenanigans, make reality TV go round, but having something that is seemingly somewhat drama-free and is just progressing at a good pace. They seem to click, and the only real issues might be, location and all that. I appreciate I appreciate that. So I like them together, and I really do hope, if nothing else, they're the ones to work out. And I also wanted to slide in that some people, I don't know if this is just wishful thinking, but some people think that Steven may have some kind of admixture in the in the racial makeup, genetic makeup. I'm like, hey, you never know. I've seen my family. Some ain't too far removed. So
that beard thick and full, and it's a slight bend and wave to that hair, and he probably got a black barber. I'm gonna just sit it right there. Tyra.
He got a black barber. That's a man, okay? Steven is a man. Daddy Steven, daddy to all the little other sons. Like, come here, son. Come here, Ben. Let me talk to you, baby. Calm down. Go gather yourself before you go over there talking to Sam. I'm here for all things Steven. Steven is ready. Steven ain't come here to play. I got to go through this experiment to find my wife. Fine. I'm here to find my wife, get married, and be settled. That man trying to wake up to you in the morning. If anybody's going to make it down the aisle and actually get married, it's these two. Now, I do not like her constantly referring to him as an idiot. I don't like that. I want her to give him something else. But, oh, you idiot. Oh, shut up. Give him something else. Say something else. I don't like Sabrina. You're already boring. But they're boring together. They're boring together. And I like how settled they are, how comfortable they are with each other. It's just really natural, and it seems very genuine. There's no facades here. There's no thinking about it. As far as Steven is concerned, this is my woman. This is my woman. This is my wife. This is our plan. This is what we're doing. This is, the time that I'm going to take out the trash and mow the lawn. I'm here for it, and I'm here for that beard. I'm here for everything. Way to go, Steven. They're going to get married. I can't speak for the other ones. I had hope for old Bobby, but Bobby, I need you to get away from that family.
Listen, because the thing about Steven is, you're right. I mean, he's going to pay them bills. He's going to take care of business. He's going to take care of her. And, I think she opened up a little bit. Is she a bit of a dullard to me? Absolutely. But I think his affection, it's something about a man who has a made up mind. Okay. He said, I want you. I'm going to have you. I'm going to get you. And that's what he did. And he's putting on the full court press. Kay, glad to have you back. What say you about Steven and Sabrina? Is he mixed race?
Okay, who said that?
They said in the comments.
You know what? Y'all are foolish in these comments. Y'all are a mess. Y'all are a mess. You know, that might be the exciting part of this conversation because you know what? I tuned out when they was on the screen because they ain't had nothing to talk about. I mean, y'all gonna do fine. Y'all be all right. Y'all get married. We wasted enough screen time on them because they wasn't hitting on nothing. Y'all, no, wasn't talking about nothing at all.
Well, dang. Well, how about these two? Because these two, let me run it down for y'all. Reader's Digest edition. We start out in Greece. She says, I need to confront Ollie because he's telling everybody he broke up with me. I broke up with him. Freddie says, ain't I enough? Ain't I enough? Ain't I enough? And she says, no, I'm going to go have this conversation. Again, disrespected this man. Has a conversation, wants him to pour out his soul. Have you ever cheated on anyone? Yes, when I was 7 years ago, when I was 21 years old. Once a cheat, always a cheat. Got this man crying in Greece, snotting to where he got to hide his face. How dare you? You diabolical wench. We get back to the States. We move in together. Go shopping. Let's go shopping. He's cracking jokes because he's got a lively and witty personality. You know, he's a fun time guy. Really? You know you're winding me up. You know you're winding me up. Well, girl, you need to be wound up because you're terrible, okay? He's like, fine. And he says in his confessional, I need to change myself. I'm too much. No, you're not, Freddie. She's not enough. We go to meet. Oh, no. So she's giving him all this flack. All this bullshit flack, right? And then he says, well, let me take you to my home. Let me take you to my house that I own, right? With my funeral director job that you tried to roast me on as well. Well-appointed home. You see that lighting fixture? Y'all see it? Put it in the cat. Put a 1 if y'all see that lighting fixture. And
Did
she
you
said,
see the
oh,
wall?
this
Did you
is...
see the accent wall? Put a 2 if you saw the accent wall.
She said, this is you? When she saw his well-appointed home, he said, yeah, but you have a sparkly mirror. You have wall, you have curtains, you have, you know, an accent wall. And he says, yeah, that's what, oh, I'm very impressed. You know what? I'm so sorry. I said, oh, now he's Big Daddy, right? Because he got property, because he got a little coin, he got a little change. So she changes up her tune for a moment. We go see his parents, his family, his beautiful little brother, Jack, cried real tears. Do you hear me? When he asked that baby to be his best man. And he said, I love my family. And they love him. They're funny, they're goofy. But sister, let me tell you about a sister who loved a brother. Freddie, let me talk to you outside. You seem different. You're not yourself. Is everything okay? Is she making you feel like you're not good enough? No, I just feel like I'm not good enough. Baby, maybe she's not good enough for you. Put that in your mind, okay? So we're easing on down the road. She goes, she embarrasses him at the mixer, flirting all in Sam's face, just diabolical. Then we meet her raggedy friends. But at least her raggedy friends told the truth when they said, he's a nice guy, but they're not going to work. And they won't because your friend is a hellion. Tyra, you've got a lot to say. I could see it and I could hear it. Talk to me about Freddie and Kat.
I was sitting on it. F Cat and the dog she wrote in on. Like, Heifer, who are you? What are you? What do you have? Her and her little dental nurse. I need to see the credentials on that end too. Because baby, what you're not gonna do is make Freddie cry. Freddie got the nerve to be fine, sensitive, a family man, own a home. If a funeral ain't gonna do nothing, it's gonna funeral. That money's gonna come, baby. If ain't nobody gonna do nothing in life, they're gonna die. That's revenue on revenue on revenue. Okay, that is an everlasting business. I didn't even like how she acted when she entered the home, looking all up and down. Because you know it's a work in progress, baby. I ain't put these doors on it. Oh, is that a spider? Web? This fridge needs to be clean. Okay, you get on that. You clean it then, Heifer. She pissed me off. She pissed me off because for her to like gaslight Freddie into thinking that like she's hot and cold. One moment he's thinking like, oh, we're everything. She's loving me, da 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 da. The next minute you're getting on my nerves. You're winding me up. Happy, I wish Freddie would wind me up. You better take that wind up. Freddie's like, yeah, he didn't say, Heifer, I don't want to come to this store with you. I wouldn't. And it's like, no, I probably just, probably sit here, watch you shop and swipe my card. That's probably what he was gonna do, Heifer. You messing it up. You messing up a good time. Like, I love the sister for pulling him outside because this isn't you. This isn't you. Like, don't let this heifer come in here and make you doubt yourself. She ain't nobody. She ain't got nothing. She ain't been nowhere. Ain't got nothing. She looking for something. From my understanding, the job ain't jobbing, even though that title's there. The money ain't moneying. You want to be kept. You want to be the center of attention. And then on top of that, girl, you ain't got no home. You live with your parents.
Well,
girl.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Tara, I didn't even mention this, but touch on this before we get to the rest of the panel. He finally puts his big boy draws on by the end, right? And he says, listen, I ain't leaving you nothing. If something happens to me, are you going to sign this prenup? Because it's going to my sister. Because he's making provisions in the event something happens to him that his brother's going to be taken care of if his parents go. I said, that's a man. Like, where are you going to fight? And she had the audacity to say, why would you say something like that? Go ahead and speak to that real quick, Tyra, and then we'll get to the rest of the panel.
We already know what she wants. She want to be, first of all, she's a diabolical wench, as you stated, harlot. She want to be the center of attention in a stir of chaos, which is why she I need my moment with Ali. I need closure. I'm going to go over here. Oh, you're not giving me. She thought she was going to get with Freddie. She was going to be kept, and she was just going to be the center of his universe. No, Freddie's like, I'm not a himbo. I am, handsome and all this good stuff, but I'm still my own person. I'm still a businessman. I'm still a homeowner. Which, what do you have? She thought she was finna lock and load it in. And baby, if something happened to you, go leave it all to me. No, ma'am. Now, do I think Freddie is the type to just leave her ass out? Absolutely not. But I'm going to make sure my family's okay. I'm going to make sure what needs to be in place is left to my sister and my brother. And if, you be a good little wife and clean this goddamn refrigerator, I might leave you some too. But we couldn't even get to that part. Like, she just disgusted me all the way through here, and I did not like how she was treating Freddie, because if you just look, like the family was saying, if you just look at Freddie, you would think superficial thoughts. Oh, Freddie knocking him down. Like, Freddie want a woman. Freddie want a woman. Freddie has a home. He want a woman to stand in that little glittery mirror and be in the hallway with his sconces. He is prepping for a family and to be settled. And if you want to pass up on that, girl, bye. Somebody else will get with Freddie and rock Freddie's world.
They ready for him. They want him in The Bachelor. That's what they're saying on TikTok. And also here's the thing, Kat, we can't trust you to take care of Jack. You're not going to take care of little Jack if something happens. And also, why are we mad at a prenup when a prenup doesn't say she doesn't get anything, right? It says maybe if it's a condition. Maybe if we've been married for 10 years and have babies, it's a document that you guys draw up together. He needs to protect his family, Kat, because you're dangerous. And I hope he stays far away from you. D, talk to us about Freddie and
Kat. I've already had a lot to say about Catherine the Withered and why I cannot deal with her or her shenanigans. And as you said yourself, Ashley, in your review, like Kat, just the way she moves through the world as if she's giving something that she's really not is already comical in and of itself. But that aside, I don't know. Kat just seems to be, I don't know if she's just generally miserable or she's just miserable because she is like now in the situation that she doesn't want to be in and is just trying to find whatever she can and stir the, just muddy the water so she can escape. But ultimately, I give kudos to Betsy Dora and her two names, yes, for putting her brother on and saying what needed to be said, because it's just very obvious. It was already obvious, but it's even more obvious now that Kat just ain't that person. And even going back to, because I didn't mention anything about the Ollie thing, it's just like, even that, I think that in and of itself says a whole lot about your ego and how you see yourself and how you feel like, how, you can't be the one to, again, you can't be the one to break up with me. And I heard you said it, so I got to address this. Address what? What is there to address? Like, what is it? What emotional state are you stuck in from high school, whatever grade, that's how you feel? Those are the issues you feel you need to address. And then when it comes to Freddie, like how she handles him and how she talks to him, and I'm just like, I don't think she realizes, and she doesn't have to, but I don't think she realizes how many women and other folks I'm sure, but I don't think she realizes how many women are like are waiting with bated breath before this woman to drop the ball. So they could. I'm telling you, they are finding Freddie's address, his family's address. Like they are looking for this man
because that's a good man.
right?
And they don't
Like,
build them like that, where they're beautiful and kind and loving and caring and gentle. Like,
listen, like even without the same feelings that you guys have, you know what? I would want Freddie to tuck me in and read me a bedtime story just so I can hear his accent. Like, I just like I don't know. There's just some good energy and some good vibes about Freddie, and yeah, he deserves a whole lot more than this. Cat ain't the one. Send her to the pound, please.
absolutely.
Disrespect Freddie in front of that piece of slime. Freddie is like what Freddie is what Sam thinks he looks like. Girl, how dare you?
It's a piece of nasty work. A piece of nasty work. And that was the other thing she did say. She said that the reason she acts this way is because she was adopted and because she was bullied, and that she ain't got to change. She don't feel like she needs to change, because his concern is that, you can keep it cute right now up until these nuptials, but then are you going to go back to picking at me, snapping at me? He even told his friend, sometimes I feel like, no, I don't want her. Kay, talk to me about Freddie and Kat. He should run for the border, right? He should run.
Tyra said Freddie is what Sam think he looked like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's the truth. He need to go get Charlotte and quit playing. Charlotte, come through.
At this point, because see, she ain't it. She exists in relationships from a very, very childish standpoint. She's very immature.
Mm-hmm.
To get mad at this man for something he did when you didn't even know him. He didn't even know you. And we ain't talk about what you did. Okay. We pinpoint in what he did in his past. Did she go into details about anything that she's done? But we kind of never. I think she just wanted a reason to get upset with him. She looks like the type that, I got to keep a little drama to keep things spicy. I got to keep him on his toes. I got to make sure I have an attitude and whine every now and then. And he be looking at her like, I'm trying to laugh. I work at a funeral home, girl. Lighten up. It's dead people out here for real. And you got an attitude about what? No, she doesn't get it. She's not in the right mindset. She got some growing up to do. And and I hate to say it, that Freddie, she's not on your level.
And not in any way. Not in any way. Not in any way. Not looks, not mentality, not emotional intelligence, none of it. None. Okay, y'all, we can stay on them all night because I'm so infuriated. I need him to know his worth. Know your worth, buddy. Ollie and Demi. Okay, so in a nutshell, he get mad at the mixer in Greece, and I'm ready to go home now. Come on, bruv. I'm ready to go now. So blah. And so they make it home. And, at this moment, they're not sure what's going to happen because, it's been rocky, but they get in, they settle in. I mean, he busts that down. Okay. She alludes to that before the mixer that, he done got all up in it. And apparently it was good because she's smiling at the mixer. They're all lovey-dovey, loving on one another. He meets her friends, and I loved her friend group. They seemed mature. They were open. They asked the right questions. And the guy says, I don't know everything about you yet, but for right now, I think you're a great guy. He seems to gel with them. He's open. Later meets her parents, pulls dad to the side and says, listen, I mean your daughter nothing but good. They're interacting. But again, you're getting the friend vibes. You're not getting heat, passion, fire, bend me over this balcony railing. We're not getting any of that from them. Also, his people noticeably absent. I'm gonna let it ride with the Charlotte is sublime, man. I'm gonna let that ride. That's probably my favorite phrase. I'm gonna take that into every live we do going forward. But I'm not gonna put too much on it. But what I will say is that it's not giving me fire and desire, or even that I want you romantically. Since this is your king, Tyra, I'm gonna start.
putting 10 on. Okay.
That's what I'm famous for.
Definitely not my king. I just have I have no tolerance for people butting their nose into other people's relationship, especially when your stuff ain't all clean. Like technically all these people just met. Like relax. But I wasn't mad at them wanting to get back to this scenario. First of all, the budgeting was budgeting with this UK where I was like, these homes look real
Gorgeous.
They look gorgeous. It's got views and there's all this space. Like normally they be one room in a bathroom. Like this is not a lot of space. But it as I said in the beginning, I feel bad for Demi. I feel like she is more into him than he is into her. He's into her, but it's, oh, she's great, she's beautiful, she's a friend. She's a friend. You could be all these things and just be a friend. And I wish that he would just say that to her prior to them getting to the altar. She kept going back and forth with, oh, I'm not going to, because everybody was bragging. We hit it. He hit it on the first night. We getting it in Greece. It's just like, no, we're waiting on that. We're not rushing to that. And Ali as well. But then when they get back, she's like, there's no sex before marriage. But she's also like, given the notion that they did do something. I don't know. I ain't got time to be reading your mind, Demi Lovato. But this is, they have, you can see some growth. I will say that there's growth from where they were in the beginning, where they were in Greece and where they are now. And I do like that Ali seems to be opening up to her, but it's nothing to the point of marriage. It's nothing here that gives like, oh, okay, this is my husband, this is my wife, we're embarking on that. It's not that. It's just like I have found somebody that I'm comfortable with, that I can grow with, and I see a friendship with. And Demi makes me want to be a better person. Yeah, but does she make you want to be her husband?
Come on,
because she want to be your wife. I think she would slide, but I don't think he wants to be her husband. I don't see that for them at all. But it was nice. I did like the interactions with the friends. I like the family, the dad, everybody. It was real cute. But I was like, yeah, it's cute now. What's gonna happen when we get to the altar and you have to marry Demi? Because she gonna say yes. Are you? You not?
He not gonna say yes. Kay, talk to me about Demi and Ali.
I feel bad for her when he stormed off like a 13-year-old who just got their PlayStation taken away, and she just walking behind him like a little sad puppy. Ain't nobody even go over there ask her was she okay. She just walking all off, all embarrassed and stuff. Like
especially Kat. I'm concerned about you, dude. This is not the Demi I know. I'm worried about Demi.
And then Demi gonna sit up there and tell her all her business. I said, what's this when we tell a op anything? Weird. Right.
Exactly. She just wanted to know her business so she could feel better about her and Freddie. But I just feel like she seems genuinely happy to be around him. And she's like, she just wants to be up under him and she's proud to show him off. And he'd be like, yeah, that's my homegirl. She cool, She cool. She gonna be loyal and stuff. She cool. I mean, where was that energy that you had over there with Queen Charlotte? Where was that energy? That like, wow, yeah. You just be like, exactly, yeah, bruh. So she just be like, that's Demi. She don't, he might as well say she the homies at this point. just say that. Just say that. And then he over there, the way I thought he was about to tell her that he had cancer or something, or that he was missing that he had leprosy or was missing a limb. And, I ain't tell nobody. And because I other than like, my mom and stuff, like, you the only one I'm about to say this, to that I'm like, oh, what, you been in a mental hospital? I have ADHD. I said, boy, if you don't sit your get out of here. Get out of here. Because you know what? Just that's why I can't trust him. I don't even trust him after that.
I forgot about that. He did. I said, dang, my therapist told me asked me if I'd ever been diagnosed with ADHD. I didn't think it was so stigmatized, but maybe in the UK, ADHD. Well, he said he never finished a book. So, I mean, he didn't have to say that part. He could have just said,
I read lots of books and I tell people that all the time. I didn't think it was a big secret. I just need y'all to know I am forgetful and
think
my
he is
attention be all over the place.
Ollie wants to be perceived a certain way. Maybe it makes him feel like it makes him look like less than because he has ADHD. Like, baby, so do all another millions of. It's okay, Ollie. You're not alone.
But he was acting
Almost
like
everyone I know has it.
he acted like he was about to tell her that he had multiple personalities or something. I'm like, if
I think
you
it was
don't,
supposed to be storyline payoff, Kay, with him being indecisive in the grocery store when they was supposed to be making vegan nachos. Like, oh, I feel like I'm dealing with a child sometimes. It's like, oh, that's why. Oh, he's so deep, Ollie.
why, Ollie, that's the story of my life. That ain't no big secret. Give me something else deeper than that. Give me something else.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I know ADHD's been around since as long as we've been around, and so I
think he was trying to specify that he's on more of the severe spectrum of having ADHD, so it may affect him differently than your average person.
Well, he need to go into detail. Do you have dyslexia? Did you have an IEP at school? Are you struggling to read? Did you drop out in the 7th grade? Then bring the story on home to me and make me feel something. But you just throwing that out there because you can't decide if you want guacamole or salsa? Bye.
Well, I thought he was going to talk about social anxiety because I was going to chalk up what happened in Greece to maybe he just felt like socially awkward and wasn't able to. Yeah, it's not anything that I expected. D, Ollie and Demi, what say you?
So I appreciate the awareness as far as said disorder. I will definitely say, as someone who's been accused of being a sociopath who might be willing to chop up my friends and throw them in the back of the trunk or something like that, I just feel like there are worse things you could be called, right? So, there's that. But I appreciate that he and Demi, seem to be moving along and seem to be on a somewhat better page than they were before, because Greece was depressing. I was just like, what is this? What is on my television screen? This is painful. And I just think that, yeah, and I do agree with that. I do understand that for them, they were probably expecting something else, but I at least appreciate the awareness of that. Though I do think there's probably more going on with that we're not hearing, as was said. But yeah, I just honestly, the two of them give me, I think it was episode 2, but I believe it was when basically William and Joan hadn't had any long time. So William was like, you know what? If you don't have anybody and I'm not seriously involved, hey, I'll do you. And actually, if you're any good, I'll pencil you in twice a week. That's
you
what
talking
it's
about girlfriends?
Yes.
Yeah.
William was long duck dong too. That's what they said.
But this is what it's given. It's just like, okay, let's just set something up. Like, contractual obligations. Let's make this work. Like we can chug it along. We can get there. We can make it happen. But yeah, like Ollie, I just think when it comes to Ollie, Ollie is not invested in this. And every time I see Ollie, I just think like, why can't you keep your promises no more? Like, you say you'll be home by 12, but just come strolling in at 4. You're out with the guys, but you're leaving with the girl next door. Like, can you fill me in? Ollie, fill us in. It's something you're not telling us. Like, Ollie ain't in this. No.
He got all the songs
ready to go. Do you hear me? On deck. He came prepared. Be prepared. Okay, let's get back into the whole thing. If I can pull his heart. I know, guys. So the journey of Benaya Leroy Jones and Nicole, who is indefinitely for the streets. I don't know if this is an era for her, if this is a moment in time post her divorce, but right now she ain't ready for nobody's relationship. We see them journey, from the proposal at the cafe to greet. Is this making Love is Blind history for a couple to come on after the fact? I've only watched 2 seasons and I haven't seen this situation before, but you know, we meet her mom and dad. Her dad is lively. Like, he was enthralled by Ben and Nia. We learned that Ben and Nia does have a job. People trying to call him broke. Stop calling that man broke. He builds cabins. He does structural landscaping. So it's half like carpentry, half landscaping. I looked it up online, and they make good bread. Think what was it? Something New with Sanaa Lathan and oh boy, that's what he did, right? And so anyway, he got some shmoney. So he meets her parents. He's loving, kind, all of the things. We saw the debacle at the mixer. Afterwards, he's asking her about, you know, the awful accusations that Sam made, disrespecting her name and her virtue. And she says, I don't feel like I need to talk about that. Like, I could, but I'm not. Enter his mama and sister, baby. They said, but Ben and Nia Leroy Jones, when he got back to Germany, he couldn't eat, he couldn't sleep, he couldn't rest, he couldn't drink anything. He was toe up behind Nicole. They said they've never seen him like that. Mama crying at the table to this day. What's different, Nicole? And do you know that Nicole For the Streets Johnson got up there and had the audacity to bring up Sam and said he was a nice guy? And Mama said, well, why ain't you with the nice guy? Okay. But ultimately, they say they like her because it makes him happy. I wanted the family to go off on Nicole. I wanted it. I wanted to see it. It would have brought me satisfaction. I don't see it for them. I want Ben and Nia Leroy Jones to run for the hills. D, what say you?
Nicole just gives me perfect Patty messed up. I just think she's not being honest. She's not being real. And I feel like she wants to purport herself as this like positive, down to earth, I feel like she's trying to like purport her, and even like with this whole Sam situation, like, oh, I just want to get past it, or oh, it's not something to worth it, or still trying to, I don't know, I guess be nice. I don't know what it is, but yes, exactly. that is the same episode. Yep. But yeah, I just think that Nicole is just not at all who she is trying to present herself as on this show, and it bothers me so much. And it was obvious enough. Like I said, she hopped, skipped, and jumped through every possible red flag from that everyone informed her on to get to this point. And I just think I even just think the way she's positioning herself in this situation with Ben is just more so she can feel like she won and she didn't completely embarrass herself and make a fool out of herself, which she did. And I just don't even like the fact that she gets the opportunity, to play in this man's face continually. And just with the whole Sam thing, it's just like, what is it about everything that was said to you about this man still makes him a good man? I don't know. Yeah. Nicole just ain't. It's like I said. It's like it was like this was positioned as some kind of Lauren and Cameron situation, but this ain't no Lauren. Okay, like couldn't be further away from that. And yeah, I want better for Ben, so I won't say too much on him. But Nicole, I just the more we go on, I can just see just the BS meter rising and rising and rising, and I cannot stand it.
Okay, Kay, I'm going to ask you this question because on socials, some people have been coming for Ben and Nia. They say he's inauthentic, he's a liar, and he's controlling. What say you, and what do you think is going to happen with this relationship?
You know what? I feel bad for Beignet because he just be smiling and stuff. They out here going on picnics. He be cheesing every chance we get. Exactly. Just all kind of. And she just, I'm just so happy to be around. And I just don't want to lose her again and all of that stuff. And she just be like,
exactly. Exactly.
Oh no, because I still can't tell you why she likes him because she can't either. She's just going to look at you and laugh like, yeah, me and him, we locked in. And I'm so confused. I'm so confused. And you know what, Ashley? So you got the right angle on her hair because when she turned to the other side, it's like a piece that's right there that keeps.
Not the track not laying. Don't talk about her hair. She's not black. Okay, she is mixed race, and their something is very different. Okay, that's what she said on Twitter.
I know they
Wait,
gave you more money than that to fix that one piece that's like right there. Fix it.
what is the mixture?
Lebanese and Guyanese, and she's not black. They on Twitter they said do not call her black. They were in my comments. The UK, she is not considered black, even though she phenotypically presents as such. This is not the States, okay? Where we just call everybody black. She is considered mixed race.
She's black mixed with more black.
Well,
Is this another Tyra situation?
it's a something situation that I didn't know was a, hey. I'm not xenophobic at all. I am open to learning about the cultures in other countries. I like I said, I was corrected because I implied that there were black cast members on this season of Love is Blind, and I was brutally rebuffed and told that only the doctor from Nigeria, or the doctor, the junior doctor, right? That's the only person that's considered black. But
so
that's just
she's two different nationalities but the same race. So people actually need to go and study some history and study genetics, because racially you're black, you just have two different nationalities, so that doesn't make you mixed race.
Well, tell the people in the comment section. But
she more worried about being mixed race than she do that little piece of hair that keeps sticking out every episode.
Tyra, were you like me and thought that his family should have went in a little bit on Nicole? That's what I wanted to see. That would have brought me great satisfaction. But what say you with these people? What say you?
I mean, I thought they would. They looked like they were perplexed when they got up in there, like, this is the girl. This is the girl. First of all, I'm questioning Ben at this point for little Nicole here to have you so down and out. Like, that had you down and out? It's giving, there's a hint of just desperate. I'm not getting all of this. These connections were so deep. They were so deep. I just cared about you so much in those pods that I'm just gonna go back to Germany and be bewildered and turned out. Like, for what? Like, it just doesn't give that for me. I do think they have really similar qualities and some chemistry, even though she always laughing and smiling. It's okay, do the smile, okay, what should be doing? That's all she does. But there's an opportunity there for this to turn into more, and she's doing a disservice to herself and to Ben, not being completely honest and not taking this as serious as she should be. I put her over there in the same boat as Sam. Child, I'm questioning why you're here. What are your motives to be on the show, to be a part of this experiment? Because it's not giving what you thought it gave. We know why Ben is here. Ben is here to find his to find his woman. He's here to find himself and his purpose. And I think Ben needs to go and be one with Ben before he ever tries to connect with anybody. Because if Nicole, of all women, have you just out here in a world like that, oh baby, you ain't ready. But I do think it's really honorable to see Ben still trying to keep the chivalry alive in these streets. I'm protecting my woman and protecting her honor. That protection that he feels over her is commendable, but does she feel that over you? Does she feel that, over your feelings, your heart over there with the nice guy Ben? I don't see them making it. They don't need to. She might pretend to make it, and if she does, I hope Ben says no.
I do too. So Lee has a different perspective. Hey Lee, welcome. But Naya, for me, is fake and wants to seem like the nice guy, but he's just actually obsessed. What say you guys? Is he just obsessed, an obsessed stalker?
I didn't see him drinking bathtub water or that buoyant Saltburn.
Oh no, please. No. Not that memory, please. I feel like no.
Oh my gosh.
So please let me know what obsessed is, because
I get very I get sincerity from
exactly.
Ben and Naya Leroy.
If he seems obsessed, then you might have an avoidant attachment and need people to be spacious away from you.
Oh my goodness. And hasn't
That's
been seen.
of being like relentless with the thing with Sam. Like, I don't think he should be talking to Sam. You need to talk to your woman. That's who we need to have a conversation with. His obsession to prove like he's a bad person. Okay, we get it. We see it. We need you to address what you need to address with Nicole. That's the more important thing here.
Cuss both of them out and let's move on from that. I think that's what he need to do. If he just cuss both of them out one good time, I think that he'll get it out of the system.
Okay, they say, why are you bringing up old stuff? Ooh, I have PTSD from Saltburn. Game time, guys. Game time. And then we have one other little fun thing. But who's gonna say yes? D, I'm starting with you. Who's gonna say yes out of these couples, and who needs to say no?
Bronny and Benadryl. It's a yes, yes, yes. Everyone else, please run for the hills. Save yourself time, energy, and effort.
Tyra.
Definitely Steven and Sabrina. I think they're gonna make it. It's a no for everybody. I feel like Bobby and Nicole, they're gonna give us a run for our money and pretend to make it and actually not make it in the end. I really hope Nicole and Ben or Bobby and Jasmine please don't do that. Please.
Okay, Kay. What's gonna happen here?
What's the girl that's with Tom? They don't need to do that.
Maria.
Yeah, I feel like, again, she wants to do it because she looked good in the dress, but he's not gonna make a good husband in the end. So don't do that. I only see it. The boring couple, they're gonna do just fine. Everybody else can just give their dress back to the boutique.
Okay. I definitely think Sabrina and Steven, because Steven is a good man and he wants that woman. He courted her. He knows what he wants. He has a made up mind. We know Demi and Ollie it's not going to be a go. Benaniah and Nicole are going to say yes, but I think it'll result in annulment or divorce, like very quickly. Bobby and Jasmine, she's going to listen to her mama and she'll probably be the one to break his heart at the altar. Kat and Freddie, I am praying. I am interceding even now. Hopefully tonight I'll get in my little prayer closet and put my shawl on and pray for Freddie that he would get some act right and leave. But knowing her and the way her pride is set up, if he gives to any doubt, she'll say no, which will save us all a lot of time and energy. Tom and Maria, they'll say no. I think he's gonna say no to her. Yeah, I'm not too stoked about any of these couples. I guess just Steven and Sabrina. Lord, she's so boring. I'm sorry. I forgot her name that fast. She is. Okay. Say yes to the dress, y'all. Say yes to the dress. Talk to me about them. I'm going to start with UK. Who wore it best? All of these dresses were very anticlimactic for me. They didn't give. Maybe Maria's was okay. I wasn't a huge fan, but Kay, whose dress did you like? Whose dress didn't you like? Who's going to look the best at their wedding? You're muted, sis.
I like Sabrina's. I thought she was really cute in her dress. It amped her up a little bit. She did well in that one. She stood out. I thought Jasmine would have picked something a lot different, actually. I thought hers would have been a lot more fashion forward. Maybe Bobby needs to help her pick out a dress since he liked to do shopping and whatnot.
Drop it in the chat, you guys. Let us know who has best dressed in your opinion. We have some Marias. We have Kat and Maria. All right, D, what say you?
I agree with Kay. Bobby and Regine could have helped everybody out over at Le Ragbin. I think we could have got something better than this. Listen, far be it from me, a male, to question what these women want to wear on their wedding day. I will say, just from I guess someone who appreciates costume design, but also like how certain things are made. And because I've seen I've seen a variety of wedding dresses. These weren't really like stand out. So Lee said they tried one and that was it. I'm like, yeah, it was kind of
it.
that. I would say if I'm just gonna go off of this, just going off of the shot, maybe Maria's.
Okay, Tyra.
Child, they all got on variations of the same damn dress. Like,
yeah. So I said, who wore it best?
I feel like the budget wasn't budging. I feel like they had two options. Like, Lord. For me, I'm gonna go with Maria and Kat. Everything else, it just wasn't. I don't think it was as flattering as it could be. And Demi and although it just looks dowdy. I don't like it. There's nothing grand about anything here. Yeah, I'm gonna, but I do like the off the shoulder situation, the fitted corset type situation with Kat, and I like Maria's, mermaid thing she got happening. But none of these dresses are giving what they're supposed to be getting.
No, and I wondered why it was. I was like, is it the shot that made them all look so wide in the midsection? Like they weren't, it's like they were not like snatched. And I think that would have helped the contour of some of the dresses, like with Jasmine and Demi. And I was also surprised that she like picked a dress that flattened her boobs. Like I was, what are y'all doing? But maybe it was just the dresses that they had access to. So at least they had one. They had one option, and I'm a ride with Maria too. But you guys, okay, so I mean that's pretty much it. That's what happened during this episode. Are you guys excited for the finale? Do you think we'll get any surprises?
I mean, they dragging it. I was like, oh, are we gonna stop it here? I was like, why are they dragging the season out so much? We wasting time. It was going on. How many little dinner dates in the the wine vineyard do we need to do? Like, can we just go to the function? I thought that was another episode. I was like, we gotta wait for I thought we were gonna get that episode and that we were gonna probably wait for the finale. I was like, why are we stopping here? The anticipation is not killing us. Let's get this over with. I think we're gonna get just what we're expecting. We're gonna get stunts and shows with people like, oh, you don't want to marry. Kat's gonna do the damn most. Okay. Freddie gonna cry. Freddie's gonna cry because Freddie's gonna cry. I see Ben crying. Ben's gonna cry. Bronny, paper towels, and Benadryl are gonna skip down that aisle happily and go off into their life. Hopefully, she able to get that man some kids because he wants some kids.
Get that man a kid, girl.
You know what's good for? She'll get that man some kids. Sabrina ain't all that. Yeah, everybody else, Bobby gonna have to tell Jasmine where to go. That's even if they make it. Her mama might object. Does anybody ever object at the wedding before? Her mother may be the first person to object to this wedding. Yeah, I'm not anticipating anything that's going on here. Kat's going to do her ugly cry, girl. Oof. White woman tears.
You know what it is. Lord have mercy. I don't think there's going to be any surprises. Also, we're going to get the finale and then the reunion will be 6 days after that. I'm like, why aren't y'all just doing it? Like they're really dragging this for as long as they can. But Kay, you expect any surprises? No. Yes. No.
The only surprise I expect is for Sam to just pop up again, just to be hanging out. Just like I just wanted to come to the wedding and sit in the back. I just wanted to be in the back pew.
D, any surprises you're anticipating?
Yeah, I was gonna say I can definitely see Sam and his plucked beak making some kind of at some point, and I have no idea why. But yeah, as far as everything else, I think it's gonna. I would be shocked if it's anything outside of what we're thinking. But yeah, and as far as I'm only really rooting for for Bronny and Benadryl, as I said. You can't change the weather. It might not be forever, but if it's forever, it's even better.
Oh, okay. The songs, the rhymes tonight, we've all been blessed. You guys, we got up to 80-some people tonight here in this here chat. Thank y'all so much for coming out and hanging out with us for 2 hours. Oh my gosh. Listen, there was a lot to talk about. It was 5 episodes, but we appreciate y'all being here. But before you go, the people have something to say to you. You know what I mean? So let's start out. Let's see, whoever I can get to. Kay, let the people know what you got going on.
Hey, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. We have a lot going on. We got Bel Air coming. We have a horror panel. We have Lady in the Lake. We got the Braxtons. We got some documentaries. Interview of the Vampire. I do believe it is hitting Netflix now, finally. Y'all just hit that subscribe button. For everybody, we have a lot of stuff going on our channels. You will be entertained with all of us. So hit that subscribe button.
Absolutely. Y'all go support Kay. She is so close to 1K. Please go ahead and go over there, hit a like, hit a subscribe. Mr. D, what you got going on? Let the people know.
Yes. Hey, everyone. This is D Movie Man, fellow cinephile, popcorn addict, and emerging film critic. That is my central tagline. That is what I do over on my channel. I love discussing all things film, cinema. I love discussing trailers and the occasional TV show and doing recaps for those. Right now, I am making some progress when it comes to some films that have come out recently. I have most recently been obviously covering this and Lady in the Lake. I also had a recent excursion to New York, and I did a random impromptu live, so feel free to check out that replay. And since I had a chance to see a couple of things while I was there, I'm going to be having some new some different kind of reviews, ones I've been trying to do and incorporate into the channel for a while, but I think now's my opportunity. The chance has been realized. So yes, feel free to check me out at D Movie Man right here on YouTube and support. I would definitely love to have you.
Thank you, D. You guys go over to D's channel, hit the like button, watch some videos, subscribe. Tyra over at Struggle Reviews TV. What you got going on, friend? What you got going on?
I'm tired. Lots of stuff coming, per usual. Y'all already know what it is. Saturdays we get into horror with the Killer Con. Sundays are for Lady in the Lake, and Tuesdays we talk vampires with Interview with the Vampire. We will be on episode 5. Y'all need to be present for every single one because they are all a grand old good time. As Kay said, be on the lookout for things like Bel Air. Be on the lookout for us to maybe have another, fine black man-esque live situation. Just be on the lookout for everything we have coming. Videos in the tuck. We working hard out here for y'all. Be able to show up and support and hit that like button, and don't treat us like Sam.
And y'all be aware, save the date, mark your calendar. Tyra's birthday is next week on the 22nd, and we will be doing an exclusive Waiting to Exhale live cosplay. Y'all know how we do. It's going to be such an amazing time. So set out that time next Thursday. It'll take the place actually of Love is Blind next week. We'll be doing this one the following Friday, but please subscribe to everyone. Please hit that notification bell. Go watch a couple videos, leave a couple comments. It helps us out more than you would ever know. But thank y'all so much for being here. We hope that you have the most amazing night.